So here's my Tinder page. First, it starts off with my name, my age, and then my first profile pic is a picture of me just sitting down. I'm not sure where I was at this time, but I took a picture. So it's a picture of me with a Kingdom Hearts key and Baby Yoda on my shirt with a smile. The next picture is me standing with me, with a Koski shirt on and smiling as well. The next picture is of me at my friend's wedding, and a couple of friends in my closest friends here in this picture. Next is me doing Ninja Warrior. Another one's me with another friend at another wedding. Donovan's doing something. I don't know what he's doing, but he's standing over me, also smiling. Then the last picture of me, or not even the last picture, but the next picture is me smiling again with a Royals jersey on, KC, Kingdom Hearts key, and the last one was me smiling one last time with a Chiefs hat on, Superman necklace. So a lot of my pictures here is me smiling, and the reason for the smile to show that I'm at least an open person. I like to smile. I don't look mean. I don't look angry. I look happy, like I want to be here, whatever the case may be. Even the smile may be fake or real or genuine. 3 of these pictures, 1, 2, 3, 4, like they're genuine smiles. Like I'm not forcing it. I think the one with the Akatsuki shirt probably me forcing a smile, and then the Ninja Warrior one is just me doing Ninja Warrior. I have no idea what I'm doing with this picture with Donovan behind me, but that is my profile. I have looking for long term but open to short. The reason I have open to short on there is because I'm looking to date and find a potential partner. I want a companion for life. And if I feel like we're not going in a direction or I'm not 100% into it, I'm going to let the person know, hey, I don't see us moving forward. And I've been open with that. So at least they know that open to short means that there's a possibility there. I'm not looking, to continue this long term. I'm getting to know you. I'm dating. I'm talking to you, but I'm not putting a label on it. Long term means I am looking for marriage, and I'm looking for the end of that journey. We're sitting on the porch at the age of 90, looking out the sunset, rocking back and forth in our rocking chairs. I don't even know if 90-year-old is that age anymore. Maybe it could be, 100. But that's what I'm looking for. About me, I said a nerdy guy who enjoys going out to bars, museums, coffee shops, brunch, and being active. Let's grab drinks. So that's my goal. Hey, let's go out. I'm not trying to be on these apps forever. But if you want to get to talk to me and get me opened up and have a whole conversation with me, talk to me about Marvel, Star Wars, anime, art, Disney, sand, volleyball, fitness, or / football. That conversation, those right there get me perked up. I want to have a full conversation with you to get me going. Those conversations you want to have. Love language is physical touch and quality time. Put in there, I'm an extrovert. I'm a Virgo, 5'7", and they have my Instagram on there if somebody wants to go stalk me on Instagram. And then have my job. I probably should take that off actually. If I can, I probably should edit that. But somebody want to look to see where I'm at. Here, keep to my heart. Talk about anime, outdoor activities, Chiefs, football, and anything nerdy. According to perks of dating me, according to my therapist, I'm a helper, empathetic, and a good listener. I also like to communicate. And then worst midnight snack idea: eating Oreos with some milk. The reason why it's the worst midnight snack idea because I would destroy a whole thing of Oreos. That's why it's the worst. And I actually spelled eating wrong. I was surprised. Nobody ever caught me on that. I'm editing that right now. Yeah, we're going to change that. Eating Oreos with some milk. And that's another thing. You want to make sure when you're doing your profile that you don't have any of these errors on there. You want to make sure, and matter of fact, I'm not sure. I'm a helper, empathetic. I think I spelled empathetic wrong too. Look at that. My profile's named that great of a profile. Let's see. Empathetic. Yeah, there it is. That was it. That was right. So my profile is named the best profile out there as far as this goes. But let's go ahead and go back. And family plans. I want children. I'm vaccinated. Want a pet, can't really have one at this time. I drink on the weekends. I'm a non-smoker, don't do cannabis, and She saw I got like right there. But interests, movies, working out, coffee. I already kind of talked about all that. And then other things you can find, like you find me dancing, dressed up. I tend to arrive early. My exit strategy is say bye first. And then weekends, socializing, fun nights out, self-care on Sundays. And then I reply quickly. Phone calls, prefer receiving, and then my phone is usually fully charged. And then my song from Spotify is Hikari Kingdom Dress Orchestra. So Kingdom Hearts, a Kingdom Hearts song. This is my profile for Tinder. I was gonna say Hinge because I just got a Hinge match, but that's my profile from Tinder. And matches wise, I'm gonna talk more about that after I go over my Hinge profile. But this right here, you can look at this profile. So I'm gonna go through it, see what I'm about, see what I like to do, see my friend circle, and they also see different versions of me. See me just casually being normal, see me dressed up, you see me doing fitness stuff, and there you go. And then my profile, what I'm into and whatnot. I guess my job is on there, what my college was. I don't mind people knowing that. Like, you can Google me and find that. Get on my LinkedIn and find that. So it's public information. So there you go. But yeah, that's what my profile here is on Tinder. So let's go and hop over to Hinge. All right. So now let's go ahead and get into my Hinge profile. So the first picture here is a picture of me with the KC Royals jersey on and the KC shirt, and me with a smile on my face, again with the Kingdom Hearts key. Advertisement for my life would look like just me smiling and chilling. So what do we have in common with my first question? Watching anime, supporting the Chiefs, coffee and drinks. Do you have that in common? I have a voice memo on here, like believe it or not, which I just say, I'm a huge nerd. I'm into this, X, Y, and Z. If you can talk to me about that, that'd be great. Then I also go into my physical touch and my love languages and my type, or I guess astrological type. Then go back into it again. My love language is physical touch and quality time. I'm also a Virgo and an extrovert who loves nerdy stuff, fitness, sports, and brunch. What about you? And I asked the question, what about you? That way somebody wants to respond to that, they can open up with those questions as well and respond back to me. Got my age, got my height on here as well. Whoops, went too far. Got what I'm looking for, how I like to, if I drink, if I don't, vaccinated, if I want children, don't have children, college, all that stuff, religion, whatnot on here. And then I actually have something on here as well, long-term relationship, open or short. But I said I want to have the same excitement of seeing someone on the 100th date to be the same as the first date. I want to be able to hang out with somebody that I'm looking for a lifelong companion. I want to have that same excitement that's on that first time, on the 100th or 200th date, so that we just constantly grow with each other and just want to be around each other and invest in each other. Like, that's what I mean. I understand that over time, attractionness and stuff like that declines, but that love for each other should continue to grow and you continue to invest in each other. That's what I want. And then monogamy is what I'm into. Guess what this photo's taken at? The photo with me and my friends again. Got the Koski shirt again. Another advertisement for my life to look like. I used that twice, actually. That's funny. Okay. Hallmark of a good relationship is hanging out with someone you consider to be your best friend, or consider your best friend. You're goofy together, enjoy similar things, and respect and trust each other. What do you think? That's the question I asked back to somebody. And the reason why I throw a question there, like I said earlier, is so that somebody will be able to respond back to me. It's not just a one-way conversation. I want to open up a dialogue and see where that goes. If that person picks that up and we have a conversation about it, we move on to the next thing. Life outtake is just me sitting in the car again. Typical Sunday, working out or going to Barnes and Nobles, enjoying some coffee, swinging by to say hi to my family, watching the Chiefs play or a movie. What about you? That's a typical Sunday for me. And then I got a Ninja Warrior video on here. So that is my little thing. And I don't think it plays the full thing, but that's, let's see if I can get it to play. Nope. Oh, no, here it is. Just some Ninja Warrior stuff. I thought I was gonna play the full thing, but it didn't this time. And that's fair. But that's my profile. That is my profile on Hinge. And your profile should, one, have everything filled out on it. If they request you to fill something out on it, it's like you're 100% complete. You have a good solid profile. Should add pictures on there. Like whatever you do the things that the dating site is asking you to put in, because that's going to help you boost your profile and help you get even further in your profile when it comes to getting your profile, I guess, in more people's faces, because you want it to be in the most people's faces. I'm gonna go over details here of that in a moment regarding matches and regarding how to boost your profile if you want to boost your profile. So, how many matches were I getting before, I decided to boost my profile? Probably 1, 2 a week. I wasn't getting that many, and that's actually pretty average for guys. Most men get about 1 to 3 matches a week. If you Google that and look it up, that's how many matches a guy is getting. Women, on the other hand, they're getting about 50 plus matches within a day. Or that matches 50 plus likes within a day. I was getting probably 1 or 3 likes a day, probably 1 match a week. They was getting about 50 likes within a day. That's how many likes women was getting a day. When it comes to dating profiles, you want to get your profile boosted and get in front of people. So I can sit there and play the slow game of just like hoping that my profile shows up at the top of a girl's card and she gets on it and she likes it, or swipe left, swipe right. Like I can just rely on the apps itself to, just to get that for me, or I can pay for it. And I did. I paid for Bumble, Tinder, and Hinge for a month just to see, what is the benefit of doing that and how different my dating experience has been because of that. So from March 18th to April 18th, I paid for Bumble, Tinder, and Hinge. And what I learned for Kansas City, that are the dating apps worth paying for? Tinder and Bumble, nah. I probably went through, the city. I had my distance set for 30 miles. And I went through that within 2 days, within Kansas City and Bumble. Within Kansas City with Bumble and Tinder. It's not worth paying for it. Now, with the price of each one, Tinder Platinum was for $49.99, so that's $50. Bumble Premium is $59.99, that's $60. And then Hinge X is $44.99, $45. Now, Tinder and Bumble, not worth it. If you are in a city like Kansas City, which Kansas City metropolitan area has over 2 million people, and you can Google that, but they're ranked 30th in the United States for a metropolitan area. Don't do it. If you're 30s or lower, like 30s and 31, 32, or I guess 30s and higher, I wouldn't do it. Matter of fact, maybe, I don't know, like if you living in the top 20 metropolitan areas in the country, maybe go for it. But other than that, I wouldn't pay for those dating apps in that area. Now, did it boost my profile? Sure enough, it did. For Tinder in the month, I had 27 total matches, 12 conversations a month. So that's how many I started with. And I had 37 people waiting to match with me. I just didn't like them. I love swiping them, but they were sitting there. They don't get rid of them. So if you forget to swipe on somebody, you can go back in and match them again. Now, when it came to Bumble, I had 18 people that actually talked to me. The rest disappeared. So I know that how much the number is for those people. I had 9 people waiting. So 9 people who were looking for me to match with them or not. And with Bumble, the girl has 24 hours to respond to you. She doesn't respond to you within 24 hours. She disappears. So I know I had some matches, but I had 18 people actually talk to me within that month. Not really worth paying $60 for that, and Tinder not really worth paying, $50 for that. Now, Hinge, I had 53 total matches, and I had 53 total conversations. So I started a conversation with those people. So 53 total, which means I got my money back. Actually, I actually got a little bit more than my money back. The value of paying for the app definitely helped to get my profile boosted. And also with Hinge, if you pay for it, you get who's active that day, which means that you get to actually swipe on people who is actually active, who don't have ghost profiles or profiles that are just sitting there. Tinder and Bumble don't really show you profile. Tinder has this thing, or Bumble has this thing called trending, which they show you, like, I guess, trending profiles, but don't show you who's active or not. And Tinder, it doesn't really show you. You can edit to see who's active first, but it doesn't really show you active profiles. Like, if you go to recently active, it's like 6 people, and that's about it. Like, Hinge is probably the best one to have, and then Hinge give you unlimited likes. They all give you, when you pay for it, you get unlimited likes, so you can swipe left and right as much as you can. Like, you don't have to wait. Think 12 hours is on Bumble and Tinder if you swipe out, and then Hinge has 10 likes per day. You don't have to wait for that. Like, you can swipe as much as you want, which I thought was a benefit. Hinge, to be honest, the only one to pay for it in a with 2 million people metropolitan area. That's the only one that seems worth to be paying for, because that if you run out of people, it just recycles everybody. It doesn't let you run out and you sit there. You just go back through the cycle and just keep bringing back up to show you who's compatible. Versus Tinder and Bumble, if you swipe out of people, they're gone. They're gone until they had to get back on, or they're gone until the system decided to refresh them, which I don't know. Once I swipe left on somebody, I have no idea who they were, and I don't know if they ever showed up again. Like, but Hinge recycle cards, so that way you see profiles again. So you're like, oh, maybe I didn't want to talk to this person this time. I might have a second change of heart and might talk to them this time. So that's one of the benefits of Hinge that I've seen versus Bumble and Tinder. And that's the only one that I would say worth paying for if you live in a market, or not market, if you live in a city with a population of 2 million people, that's with a metropolitan area, that's probably the one that's worth paying for versus the other ones. That's just my opinion. If I lived in Chicago, I probably will get more benefit out of Tinder and Bumble, but I don't live in those cities. Now, with that being said, and then how many dates I went on a few dates. I had a few dates between then and there. Like, I'm not going to date with all, total. I did a total match, 98 people from Tinder, Bumble, and Hinge combined, 98 people within that month I matched with. I didn't go on all 98 dates. No, that's too many people. Within a month, that's too many dates. But I did go on a handful of dates. Got stood up a few times, but the other ones, I enjoyed my time. Now, with that being said, do not pay for these apps if, one, you can't afford them. 2, do not pay for them if your profile is not set up the way I had my profile set up. My profile is set up how it should be. You have a picture of you smiling, a picture you hang out with friends, a picture of you doing some activity, a picture of you, your full body picture so somebody can see what you look like, for example. And then a few other ones to sprinkle on there. But like, you should have a face picture, a full body picture, a picture with friends, a picture of you doing an activity. Those 4 things, great. You have a pet, throw it in there, make it 5. But that kind of stuff you should have in your profile. If you don't have that in your profile, I wouldn't even pay for the apps, because they're not worth paying for, if that sense. If you don't have a complete profile, do not waste your money, because, one, people are looking for a reason to swipe right on you. And they're also looking for a reason to swipe left on you. If they saw a picture, like I can tell you right now, the Ninja Warrior picture, girls would swipe left because it's like, oh no, he's doing something that's way too physical fitness for me. I'm not going to be about that. But then some girls are like, I'm into physical fitness. I'm into somebody with health. I'm going to swipe right on that. The anime stuff, I'm not doing that. Swipe left. But then a girl who's like into anime, she's going to swipe right on that. Like I said, you're trying to find the best person to meet you. In previous episode, best person that meets you, the best person that fits you. That's who you're trying to find. But you can't find that if you don't put yourself out there and give yourself the best profile. So if you're not willing to pay for it, which I believe people should pay for dating apps. Now, here's why. And I don't think women should pay for dating apps. I don't think guys are paying for it. Women are getting 50 plus matches a day, or 50 plus likes a day. Unless she's trying to see who likes her, don't need for her to pay for it. I'm pretty sure the first couple of swipes, she'll get a match back to back. If she just swipes 5 times, she'll get a match. For a guy, you swipe 5 times on a girl's, you might not get a match. That's what it is. So I think men should pay for it, but also pay for it with a sense of being able to get off the apps. You're paying for it as a tool to get off the apps, not stay on the apps. If you're paying for it and you're staying on it, That's the problem. You want to get off the apps. You want to move somebody from the apps to real life, to real life conversation, to go on dates. So don't pay for it. We're thinking like, I'll just pay for it and let the app do the work. No, you have to be matching. You have to be having conversations. You got to get off the apps. But men should pay for it. Women should not, because women, you're going to get matches left and right. Now it's just up to you to sit through that. Like 50 likes a day is whew, that's a lot. That's a lot. And I'm not making that up. You can Google that and you'll see there's plenty of pages. Matter of fact, the Voice of the People, Reddit, say that jokingly, but Reddit, you have so many ladies say that. And I've seen it. My sister had gotten on Tinder and she showed me her like box. I'm like, good Lord, I wish I had 99 plus people in my box just looking to try to talk to me. That'd be amazing. But that's not happening for me within a day. Like, and that option to go over too much is like, oh my gosh, it's overwhelming. So that's why, for me, guys, you should pay for it after you have the perfect profile set up, which you have those 4 things or 5 things included. 4 for sure. If you doing an activity, a full body picture, you hang out with your friends, and a picture of you smiling or just a face pic, no hats on, no glasses, see your face. Why are you trying to conceal something? You have that on your profile, and then what you're looking for, and then the extra prompts, what you fill out, throw that in your profile so somebody can have a conversation, talk to you about something, have it in there, then pay for the apps so that way you can get your profile boosted and put in front of people. If you don't have your profile put in front of people, they're never going to see you. You get the best profile in the world, but you're stuck underneath 100 people within a day, you're not going to get seen. Just saying. But that's my thoughts on that. That's my opinion. Because one, you invest in everything else. You invest in school to get a job. You invest in, drive lesson, get how to drive a car. You invest in everything else. But how come you don't invest in trying to find somebody? Now, you go outside and you out and about and you're social all the time and you have no problem being in a situation where you're around a bunch of single people and you have an opportunity to meet people, go for it. You don't have to pay for the apps, but you're somebody who you work a job where it's off hours from other people. You work a job that you not really gonna go to events and hang out with people, or you're just a pure introvert and you just don't want to go outside and meet people. Maybe dating apps is the way to do that. That's how the way to meet people and mingle and talk to people. So as a guy, I think paying for the dating apps is the right way to go, but you have to, one, know your city you're in. If you're in a small city, don't pay for it. If you're gonna, swipe out of people within an hour or two, you're wasting your time paying $50, $60 for a dating apps. But you're like a bigger city like Chicago, New York, Houston, San Antonio, in this big city, Los Angeles, I think paying for the dating apps is probably the best way to go, because the fact that you have so many people that you got to put your profile in front of. You got to beat so many people. So you got that perfect profile, then you got to boost it to get in front of everybody. If you're not willing to boost your profile, you might get likes, but trickle in 1 or twice a week. Just saying. I'm not paying for the dating apps for the month of May or April through May. I'm not. The only one I guess I'm paying for is Hinge, because of the fact that I got a return on investment. I was getting like a match, 1 match, 2 matches a day off of that app. I'm going to keep paying for that because that one's giving me a lot of bang for my buck, just financially speaking. But for the other ones, I'm not. It's not worth my time. I already ran through them. It's not worth it. And that's what I'm here for. I'm here to run through so that way you don't have to. So take my advice. But you live in a bigger city like Chicago, LA, New York, Houston, those Philadelphia, those top cities in the country, they'd be worth investing in because you get your profile pushed in front of everybody else. But if you live, like I said, in a metropolitan of 2 million people like Kansas City, where you're gonna swipe through people within 2 days, don't pay for it. Don't. But yeah, that right there is how you have a good profile, how you get boosted in front of people. And you can rewind this and get the details of everything that I got from these dating apps. Like I said, Tinder, I had 27 total matches, 12 conversations started within that month, and then 37 people waiting to be swiped on. Hinge, I had 53 total conversations. So matches turned to conversations, 53 total. And then with Bumble, I had 18 people that actually talked to me. 9 people are waiting to be matched on. I don't know how many people got lost in the shuffle. And then as far as, for the month, total between the 3 apps, 98 matches that month. So, but my profile was set up enough where it was a good profile to look at. I looked inviting, and somebody want to have a conversation with me and meet me. had a solid profile. If I only had like no pictures of my profile, nothing in my bio, forget about it. Don't even try to pay for anything because you're not gonna get your profile boosted. Nobody's gonna swipe on you. They do, they're probably super curious. So I actually made sure my profile was set up. So have a perfect profile. Make sure your stuff is set up with those 4 things. And if you have a dog or a pet, you can throw the pet in there. But a face pic, no sunglasses, no shades, no hats, a full body pic. That shows your confidence. So you have a full body pic, no matter what your body type is, it shows you how confident you are. A picture with friends or family, and then a picture of you doing an activity that you enjoy doing, whether that's watching a sports game, going to something, wherever you like doing. The gym, I want to do a selfie, If you're going to do a gym, I want to do a selfie, maybe a picture of you, somebody taking a picture of you doing something, whatever the case would be. And then if you have a dog or a pet, you can throw that in there as your 5th one. But that's what I would have, a good profile, and then have a bio in there, what you're about, what you're doing, and go from there. But yeah, that's a solid profile, and I hope these tips helped you out and help you build a profile. You're getting back on the dating apps, or you're on the dating apps and trying to figure out how to get matches. Thank you for watching this episode of Nerdy Dating. I really appreciate it. If there's another episode you want to watch, you can look at it right there. If you want to subscribe to the page and watch more content, it's down here. Also, you have a question about dating you want to put in the comment section, go ahead and do it. Or you can send me your dating question to my email of alizakkanerdydating@gmail.com. That's alizakkanerdydating@gmail.com. And I will answer your question on the next episode of Nerdy Dating. Thank you so much for watching this show. I appreciate you, and keep being awesome.